Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Raiders push to go all in on 30-year-old three-time Pro Bowl QB. The Las Vegas Raiders weren't able to add a quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft, and it could prove difficult to draft one in 2025. The team has too much talent to realistically finish with a high enough pick to get a top quarterback prospect. If the Raiders do play well this season, they should have a low ceiling due to their quarterback play. The team's situation could be appealing to an established quarterback looking for a change of scenery. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is entering a contract year and can test free agency next offseason if he doesn't get an extension. Maurice Moton of Bleacher Report went through and discussed 5 teams that should go all in on Prescott and listed the Raiders among them. Among the 5 teams that should monitor Dak Prescott's situation, the Las Vegas Raiders are the only squad that will have a true quarterback competition at training camp, which underscores why they need to approach the 2025 quarterback market with urgency, Moton wrote in a June 13 column. This offseason, the Raiders signed journeyman signal caller Gardner Minshew to compete against second-year pro Aiden O'Connell for the starting job. Prescott is only 30 and led the NFL in passing touchdowns last season with 36. He'd be a big upgrade at quarterback for the Raiders if they were able to agree to a deal. The biggest issue with a potential Prescott signing is money. He's likely headed toward a record-breaking contract, and the price could only be going up. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence just got a new contract that pays him $55 million a year, per a June 13 X post from ESPN's Adam Schefter, which makes him tied with Joe Burrow for being the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. If Prescott hits the open market, he could be looking at a contract that pays him closer to $60 million a year. The Cowboys cannot use the franchise tag on Prescott, so he has a lot of leverage, which will only make his price higher. The Raiders wouldn't be the only team interested in him, so it's possible a bidding war would happen. The 2 quarterbacks on the Raiders roster right now are Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, who combined for 27 touchdown passes between 23 starts. As mentioned previously, Prescott had 36 touchdown passes in 17 starts. He'd be a clear upgrade over what the Raiders have and could be enough to help turn the team into a perennial playoff contender. However, $60 million for a quarterback who is 2-5 in the playoffs is a big risk. Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, but the Cowboys have surrounded him with a lot of offensive and defensive talent, and he still hasn't been able to get it done in the playoffs. He has a career passer rating of 99.0 in the regular season, but it drops to 91.8 in the playoffs. The Raiders have been to the playoffs just twice since 2002, so having a quarterback who can simply get them there might be enough to pay him whatever he wants. NFL teams to change coaches after a playoff berth. While not especially common, a number of NFL teams have changed coaches after qualifying for the playoffs. From retirements to resignations to firings, here are the teams who have made post-playoff switches since the 1970 merger. Bruce Arians remained in place as Buccaneers brass convened at the 2022 Scouting Combine and through the early days of free agency. Arians was still there to make decisions, indicating the Bucs would not trade the then-retired Tom Brady's rights to another team. Weeks later, with Brady back in the picture, everything changed. Arians has repeatedly denied Brady effectively forced him out, which led to the team elevating Todd Bowles and moving Byron Leftwich into the play-calling role. Arians' exit was noticeable. The Bucs, who went 12-5 in 2021, slogged through an 8-9 season filled with Brady-driven headlines. Arians remained with the Bucs in an unspecified advisory role. Mark Davis's regret over passing on Bisaccia, the special teams coordinator elevated to replace John Gruden as interim HC in October 2021, played a role in the owner moving his latest interim leader, Antonio Pierce, to the full-time role. Rich Bisaccia, whom the Raiders passed on to hire Josh McDaniels, helped a Raiders team that saw first-rounders Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett booted due to off-field incidents. The Raiders went 7-5 under Bisaccia, a 2018 Gruden hire as special teams coordinator, and advanced to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Despite nearly upsetting the eventual AFC champion Bengals, the Raiders changed course. This led Bisaccia to Green Bay. The Titans are the most recent team to fire a coach after he had overseen a playoff effort. An about-face occurred in January 2018. Following a 9-7 regular season, ownership gave Mike Mularkey assurances he would be back. The Titans then upset a short-handed Chiefs team in Alex Smith's finale as Kansas City's starter in the wild-card round, the team's first playoff win since 2003. Tennessee lost in a one-sided divisional round game in New England, and ownership pivoted and fired Mularkey not long after offering an extension. Cowboys urged to sign injury-prone $105 million Pro Bowler. The Dallas Cowboys would be an ideal landing spot for this former $105 million Pro Bowler. As suggested by USA Today Cowboys Wire's Reed Hansen, the Cowboys should consider signing former Green Bay Packers left tackle David Bakhtiari. Hansen's argument is simple: they lack experience at the left tackle position. Rookie first-round draft pick Tyler Guyton is the projected starter at left tackle, replacing 8-time Pro Bowler Tyron Smith, who signed with the New York Jets in the offseason. Hansen also mentions how moving third-year guard Tyler Smith, in case Guyton falters in his rookie season as starter, from left guard to left tackle wouldn't be an ideal solution. That's where the idea of signing Bakhtiari comes into play. Moving Smith from guard to LT isn't an ideal solution if Guyton struggles, writes Hansen. And there's no telling if Waletzko or Richards would be better than a struggling Steele. Having a veteran like Bakhtiari available in relief would be far more comforting. The 32-year-old Bakhtiari was one of the best tackles in the NFL before injury issues slowed him down. The 5-time All-Pro selection was limited to just 2 total games played during the 2021 and 2023 seasons and has appeared in just 13 games during the past 3 seasons. A terrible knee injury late in 2020 ended all of that, and Bakhtiari has undergone surgery after surgery in an effort to regain his once elite status, writes Hansen. Over the past 3 seasons, he's been great when he's played. The problem is he's only played 13 games. According to Pro Football Focus, Bakhtiari posted a 79.8 offensive grade and 87.8 pass blocking grade during the 2022 season, ranking 12th in offensive grade and 5th in pass blocking grade among all players at his position. During the 2020 season, he appeared in 12 games. Bakhtiari posted a 91.8 offensive grade and 91.6 pass blocking grade. His offensive grade ranked second and his pass blocking grade led all tackles during the 2020 season. In other words, despite Bakhtiari's recent injury history and older age, he remains one of the best tackles in the game when healthy. It also doesn't hurt that he blocked for one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history during his entire 11-year career in Green Bay with 4-time NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers. That type of experience would obviously pay huge dividends in blocking for 2023 MVP runner-up Dak Prescott. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of David Bakhtiari? Leave your opinion in the comments.